And now to campaign 2018. Election day may be behind us, but that doesn't mean it's over. 3 races in our state may end in a recount. One of those races is the governor's race, with nearly 43,000 votes separating the 2 nominees, just a .52 victory margin. Anything under a .5 margin would trigger a recount. And just a short time ago, the Andrew Gillum campaign released a statement saying, in part, quote, "Our campaign, along with our attorney, Barry Richard, is monitoring the situation closely and is ready for any outcome, including a state-mandated recount. Mayor Gillum started his campaign for the people, and we are committed to ensuring every single vote in Florida is counted."
Rick Scott declared victory as the next Florida senator, but it may have been too soon. At last check, nearly 22,000 votes separated Scott from Senator Bill Nelson. That's just a .26 victory margin, well within the number to trigger at least a machine recount. Election officials are preparing for a recount.
But it's not as easy as some people may think. CBS 4's Gary Nelson is live in studio to explain what goes into it. Gary.
Well, it is a complex and can be confusing process. It would appear, however, that 2 statewide races in Florida are heading toward a hand recount of ballots. A third may be going to a machine recount that could lead to a hand recount. Stay with me here. Getting to any of those points, however, is going to take a while. Bill Nelson, Election Day, was confident he would hold on to his seat in the U.S. Senate.
Let's get to work.
But late in the evening, it was Governor Rick Scott who declared victory with a margin of some 60,000 votes. Bill Nelson, the apparent loser, made no election night appearance. A spokesman said, "Stand by for more word." Well, get this. As of this morning, the State Division of Election showed Rick Scott's lead dwindling to fewer than 22,000 votes, 0.26%, with results in varying ways still coming in. In a conference call with reporters, Nelson's big gun attorney said he's confident the difference will fall below 0.25%, mandating a statewide hand recount of ballots.
Right now, we are just above .25, which would trigger a machine recount only. But to me, from where I sit, it is a virtual certainty that we will be under the .25 and therefore trigger a full hand recount.
In a hand recount, canvassers would examine every ballot where the machine showed a person did not vote for U.S. Senator, under ballots, and those that the machine showed a voter marked both names, so-called over ballots. As the Nelson-Scott battle promises to grow, it's a certainty there will be a hand recount for Agriculture Commissioner, where Republican Matt Caldwell leads Democrat Nikki Fried by a scant 4,000 votes. And Andrew Gillum, who presumably lost to Republican Ron DeSantis, they're separated now by barely 0.5%. 0.5% would require a statewide machine recount. Now, recounts, when it's determined how many there will be and how they will be done by hand or machine, won't happen soon. Broward County, at last report, was still counting votes. And then there are thousands of so-called provisional ballots still not disposed of. Those are ballots where a voter didn't have proper ID or went to the wrong precinct. Those who cast provisional ballots have until 5 o'clock this afternoon to prove they are who they are and voted for whom they intended to vote. Got it? In any event, hunker down for what promises to be some contentious days ahead. We're live in the studio. Gary Nelson, CBS 4 News.
Complicated, Gary, but you explained it perfectly. Thank you. Stay with CBS 4 for continuing coverage as election officials continue counting those votes. We'll bring you any updates on air and online and our website, cbsmiami.com.